made it. Good. In times like this, every warrior needs someone they can trust at their side. And when fighting the Mokai, someone to watch their back as well. Cogran's here in that fancy new Alliance ship of his, flying Overwatch. Perhaps he's picked up some intel that could help us track down the Matriarch.
Give my regards to the barracks. Attack!
If the Mokai want to fight, then a fight they shall have. To battle!
Welcome to Kittima. Rebels are keeping us busy here. Skirmishers warping in to test our mettle. They have not found us lacking. As for Ja'ula, we picked up some chatter recently. Nothing verified, but intelligence thinks she's in space, under cloak, planning her next attack. But the chatter suggests she may be planet-side, working with people friendly to her cause. A bold move, if it's true. I suggest sending a team to the surface to investigate. Hawknuch care! We are picking up some erratic readings from the outer part of the sector. Could be more skirmishers trying to sneak in and sink their blades in our backs. We'll deal with it. You should keep looking for the Matriarch. Good hunting. And tread carefully. A nest of diplomats can be a dangerous place.
When the Ferengi say the bigger the smile, the sharper the knife, I believe they had diplomats in mind. I know some people down there. We might be able to get some intel out of them, provided they don't bore us to death with their witless banter.
This is Alliance Command. We've been expecting you. Your away team is cleared for transport to the diplomatic chambers, at your convenience.
Check in. Tedious, but necessary. The front desk officer might have some insight on the Ja'ula situation as well. They see every face that comes in here. Officially, at least. This building used to be a monument to Klingon glory. Much has changed.
Welcome to the diplomatic chambers. Several delegates are present to discuss the Mokai Rebellion in the Chamber of Alliance nearby. That is an interesting rumor, considering that several blood feuds have been declared against House Mokai. I would find that unlikely, not to mention messy. You will find the Klingon delegation in the central area of the Chamber of Alliance. It is flanked on the left and right by the Romulan and Federation delegations, respectively. The delegation from the Dominion can be found across from the Klingons until their formal section is completed.
Let's see what the delegates know. The Chamber of Alliance is a couple of rooms ahead of us. So, this is the Chamber of Alliance. Huh. It wasn't long ago that it was called the Chamber of Conquest. I spent many a night in here, drinking blood wine and singing psalms to honor the glorious dead, heroes all. Those days are gone. Conquest has given way to alliance, to diplomacy. Several. I know 3 of the 4 delegates here. Some more than others, but enough to get their ear and see what they know about Ja'ula's whereabouts. The one from the Dominion. They must have assigned a new Vorta. I don't recognize this one. You'd better do the talking. Vorta and I do not always get along. The Federation wing is up these steps.
General Martok, on behalf of the United Federation of Planets, welcome. How may I be of assistance? Well, she's been a topic of spirited debate here for some time now. Her recent actions at Konos and Kuvat have placed the Empire into a state of civil war, after all. As to her whereabouts, Starfleet is doing all it can to find her and bring her to justice. But she is quite elusive, as one would expect from the leader of House Mokai. I am afraid I have no idea where she might be. I have no comment in that regard. Though should the Federation's position on the matter change, I will be quite happy to let you know.
Hello. It's hard to believe this is real sometimes. Consider, 2 years ago, the Klingons and the Federation were at war. The Romulan Republic was in its infancy, and the Dominion was a vast silent enigma. And now, we have a grand alliance spanning across all 4 quadrants, a symbol of galactic diplomacy at its finest. This place was once a symbol of conflict and conquest. Now, it is a beacon to all, a tribute to peace and friendship. Perhaps, I prefer to see Khitomer as a statement. Despite the great threats from forces like the Borg, the Iconians, and the Hurk, when we stand together, we survive the storm. Matriarch Ja'ula, Alliance efforts to bring her to justice and end her campaign of terror are in full effect, as you know. We've come too far together to see a misguided warrior from a darker time bring it all crashing down around us. We will prevail, my friend. Count on it.
This is who Jempak chose to be our representative?
Kavan, the famous hero, and the infamous General Martok. Tell me, what brings the likes of you to this glorified double hall? If I know Martok, and I do, it isn't to chew ligament and rattle on about the price of tula berries. Ja'ula? Pah! That craven witch doesn't have the spine to show her face. Even in a place like this, she's not even a true Mokai. She married into the house to get her pathetic father out of debt. The only member of that line worth anything was Takuvma. Glory to his name. Yes, well, you didn't hear this from me, but there's a reason the Mokai harlot still draws breath. And it isn't her good looks. She has powerful friends. Some of them spend a lot of time on Khitomer, if you follow my meaning. So, mind your words around here. They could make their way to her ears. And we can't have that, can we?
This one looks particularly smug. Even for a Vorta.
On behalf of the Founders and of the Dominion they created, I welcome you. Tell me, how may I be of assistance? What a fascinating question. Can you imagine how chaotic it would be in this hallowed hall if that were so? I honestly don't know who would kill her first, though I suppose the logical choice would be a member of the Klingon delegation. I'm afraid I'm not one to give consideration to rumors and idle gossip. I am a Vorta, after all. We prefer to operate in the realm of fact and truth.
The Romulan wing is up these steps.
Greetings. I take it from the scowl on General Martok's face that this is not a social call. What brings you here today? Ah, yes. The name on so many lips these days. Fascinating woman. I suspect she'd make a good Romulan. After a visit to the tailor, of course. As for her whereabouts, I must disappoint you. I haven't the slightest idea where she is, and more's the pity. There's a considerable bounty on her head. Enough to buy a small moon, I'm told. As a child, I had good reason to think my grandfather was blown up by James Kirk in the neutral zone. Only later did I learn he died in an alley after an ill-advised life choice involving a senator's mistress. You can see why my parents chose to tell me he died a hero, sometimes we delude ourselves to avoid unpleasant truths. And such delusion can spread like wildfire in times of crisis.
She is here. I'm sure of it. We just need to keep digging. I believe it's time to escalate things. Let's go straight to the top, to the chairman himself. He's a crafty old schemer. If anyone knows, it'll be him. Wide smiles, all of them. Their knives must be sharp indeed.
Greetings, gentle beings. Until now, I have only known you by reputation. I am pleased to finally meet you both face to face. I've received word from Kronos regarding your mission here. How can I help? That would be unsettling if it were true. My security staff takes great care in their vetting procedures. If Matriarch Ja'ula has spies in our ranks, they'd know about it. I would know about it. Sad.
What's this? I think you need to see this. It just came through on all channels.
There was a time when I believed my brother's cry of "Remain Klingon" was unnecessary. That no true Klingon would need such a reminder. But now I know the truth of it. Then and now. There are those who have forgotten what it means to be Klingon. The tyrant, Jempak, seeks prosperity for his house alone, and tosses scraps to those he deems loyal. He has forgotten what it means to be Klingon. It is a lesson I am happy to teach him. In battle, join me, and you can do the same. Join me, and together we can show Jempak what it means to be warriors, what it means to have honor, what it means to be Klingon!
Impressive speech. This is the break we needed. That signal didn't come from space. She's planet-side. Somewhere. So much for the chairman's vetting procedures, eh? We must act quickly. Start the trace in here. See what we can find. You need to actually move to get a new signal. The signal is getting stronger. The signal is getting weaker. The signal is getting stronger. 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 The signal is getting weaker. The signal is getting weaker. This is a localized signal relay unit. Clever. We should check the Chamber of Alliance for the broadcast signal. The signal is getting stronger. 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 Another relay unit. Typical Mokai deception. Let's see that. If I'm reading this right, the signal is coming from the Gallery of Honor. The signal is getting stronger. The signal is getting stronger.
Most human operas are timid.
This relay unit is
I
getting
do
a signal
enjoy
from
the one with the
Dolores
clown.
in the underchambers. There's an access stairway that goes down there nearby. It's behind. Here, this door should take us downstairs. The last time I was down here, I'd had too much to drink and thought I was on my way to the transporter room. Let's just say it's easy to get lost down here. Leave it at that. Know this. There are plenty of dark places down here where Je'ula and her forces could be hiding. Keep your weapon ready. If there's one thing Mokai love, it's a good ambush.
Stop them! Marta! Why are you here?
We're here for the matriarch. Where is she?
Shield losing power. You're making a huge mistake! Marta, you of all people should know that Jimpak is unworthy to rule. You carry the blade of Kalis. You led warriors against the Herc. Why do you follow such a dishonorable Bichnuk?
Kalis he is not, but Jempak has preserved the Empire through many a conflict. I may not like him, but I respect him.
He has preserved the Empire by making us the lackeys of the Federation. When the Herc returned, he hid behind his throne. That is not the way of a true Klingon. You should fight at Je'ula's side, instead of begging for scraps at Jimpak's table, like a toothless old targ. Do you take me for a Venturi? I will not betray the matriarch to the likes of you, Taketh!
Stubborn fool, but loyal. We're going to have to keep looking. Let's start with that door over there. Looks like the only unlocked one in here.
I truly love the architecture here. Whoever made it has a great eye for the, I want to say, warrior mystique here. Oh yes, the war...
What's a purple people dropper?
A most delicious beverage. It's a mixture of Romulan ale and blood wine. You can tell if it has been mixed correctly by the shade of...
This place. The food is terrible. The liquor is a joke. And everyone wants to argue about something. Yes, the last part is a delight, but the rest?
I must admit that there is some wisdom in what Ja'ula said today. The fact that Martok still breathes tells me Jempok became Chancellor through dishonorable means. I will listen to what she has to say. Where does she want to meet?
The chairman's aide is a close confidant of Ja'ula's. Talk to him, and he will make the arrangements. Get ready for Mokai paranoia. You'll be blindfolded, unarmed. They even carry you so you can't count your steps. I did hear someone using a door passcode at one point, but that's to be expected.
You'd be paranoid too if half the Empire was looking to send you to Sto-vo-kor the hard way. I will speak to Casenata's aide then. Try not to catch any bugs down there in the dark, old friend.
Sounds like we need to get our hands on that passcode. That Karuk we beamed to my brig probably knows it, but we don't have time to get it out of him. That band of Mokai we dealt with aren't likely to be the only rebels down here. Let's keep looking around. I'll wager we find more, and when we do, we'll just have to be very...
Old Casenata is one of Lady Ja'ula's puppets. I'm sure of it.
They sent Martok and some war hero here. Someone's going to choose their fate soon.
Martok, eh? Did he bring the Sword of Kalis with him?
You actually believe that story? You're more gullible than I thought.
Not let them pass. We must protect Ja'ula.
Such loyalty.
I have nothing to say to you. If you're going to kill me, let me die a warrior's death. In Ja'ula's name. When Bovat brought dishonor to the house, everyone within it suffered. We were shunned, cast out, abandoned. Like her brother before her, Ja'ula is giving the dishonored a chance for redemption. I will fight and die for her if it brings back honor to my house.
You are a prisoner now, but you need not be a prisoner without honor. We require the security passcode. If you give it to us now, I will protect you from Jempok's wrath.
I do not wish to spend my days in the depths of Rurapente. If you swear to protect me, I will tell you where you can get the code.
And mine. Once we have what we need, you will be released from the Rotaran's brig.
Very well. There is a Mokai officer stationed closer to Ja'ula's sanctum. One of Ja'ula's best. He has what you seek. One last thing. Warrior to warrior. Do not destroy Ja'ula. You must know her cause is just. Give her a chance to prove it.
There's more to Ja'ula than I believe. She clearly inspires loyalty in her own forces. and has convinced many others to forsake their own house and follow hers. I'm picking up life signs. They aren't far from here. That's probably where the Mokai officer is hiding.
We must defend the inner sanctum!
Well, at least we know we're on the right path. Listen closely, Mokai. I am running out of time and patience, which puts you in an unpleasant situation. I require the security passcode, and you are going to give it to me. As they used to say in the old days, choose your pain.
Poor General Martok, fatigued by the weight of his villainy. Go scream at the wind, old man. I have nothing for you but insult and scorn. That hole in your face is making noise, Totsa. It is irritating. If I could get my hands on you, I'd silence it forever. I do, but I'd sooner dwell in Grethel than give it up to Baktag like you. And you, Martok, lackey of Jimpak, how toothless you are, serving that piece of Warshak. You should have stayed in God's prison if you wanted a life of dishonor. It would have been safer for you, old man.
You're wasting your breath. He's chosen his pain, and I'm going to deliver it to him.
You're bluffing. There is no honor in beating a captured prisoner. You're serious. I can see it in your eyes. You're both willing to dishonor yourselves to get what Jimpak wants. Kia! Very well. I'll give you what you want.
That console must be nearby. Search the surrounding area. The passcode.
Your bloodthirst has caused enough trouble. Hadiwa!
My bloodthirst is what keeps us alive. We are Klingons, not spineless Ga. Or have you forgotten?
Consider your next words to me very carefully, Akka, for they may be your last.
I hope we're not interrupting anything important.
The fabled General Martok, the man who should be Chancellor. What a disappointment you are! Have you come to bring me to justice? You and your lackeys. More fools chasing Jimpak's blood money? Surrender to the likes of you? I think you overestimate your chances.
Surrender or fight if you have the spine for it.
You are on the wrong side of history here.
Someone fired on defenseless civilians.
Foolish woman! I've had enough of your weakness. It's time! Kill them all! Experience B.
Hui Cha! Filthy Mark Hui! You will pay for this!
Klingons this time are pathetic! You would have died quickly in my time, old man!
You've learned a few things since your time, barbarian.
That filthy lie, Takek! I will send him torn and bleeding to the deepest depths of Grathor! He may have swayed some of my crew with his words, but not all. Not yet. I need to leave this place and secure my ship! We don't have time for your games, fool! If I don't secure my ship, and quickly, Akar will. And you've already seen what he will do with the mycelial weapon. Yes, it was he who gave the order to fire on Kuvat, not I!
My lady, the battle goes poorly. We must withdraw.
Let's leave them something to deal with while we do. Gunner, target the shipyard and fire the weapon!
Belay that order. Target the city as we discussed.
Yes, cousin.
Gunner, what have you done? I ordered you to target the shipyard!
Dishonorable Baktak!
That city! The civilians!
There were no civilians on Kuvat, my lady. There were only Klingons. And all Klingons are warriors. You would be wise to remember that. Now every warrior in the Empire will know the price of standing against you.
And what price will we pay for this, Akar? And will we pay it here, or in Grethel?
If we are victorious, it would be a small price to—
Enough! Get us out of here! Maximum warp! Now!
This Akar, he's a schemer. We need to make sure he doesn't get control of that glorious relic Ja'ula calls a ship before it's too late. Let's get out of here. We'll figure out what to do with the matriarch later. What? More Mokai tricks, huh?
It's a shielding system with a rapidly alternating phase pattern. The only people who know how to bypass it are Akar, my transporter chief, and me. If you want to beam out of here, you're going to need my help. Release me, and you shall have it.
Perhaps I can be of assistance? My lady, I am glad I was able to find you. The situation has grown worse. Why wouldn't I? She is the matriarch of House Mokai. And until her return, I was the last of House Mokai. She is my liege. We can discuss my lineage later. The enemy is moving and does not care about such things. Jimpok has brought a fleet above Khitomer, and Akar has transferred the mycelial weapon from the Lucara to Jimpok's flagship.
Agreed. You, a Detpa. You managed to get in here. Surely you know how to get out.
I managed to get in here before Akar activated the shield. I'm just as trapped in here as you are, Martok. I do believe the matriarch has offered you a viable solution to your little dilemma, however. If I were you, listen, I could have shot you and Martok in your foolish heads while you were trying to open that door. You'd be dead, and your prisoner and I would be on our way to safety. We're beyond that now, yes? We now share common goals. Let her go, and help us put an end to Akar. After that, if you want to duel to the death or some such nonsense, we will be happy to oblige you. Come with me. This building has many secrets. Let's get out of here, shall we?
You never told me about the back door.
You didn't ask. Be thankful I thought of it, A Mokai artisan designed these tunnels. Their secrets are ours alone. Hold! I want to be sure the other side is clear. We're good. Let's go!
How did you get past Akar's security?
I've forgotten more about security than Akar will ever learn, my lady.
You never fail to impress.
Quiet! Jimpok's forces are ahead.
Jimpok wants them all dead! No exceptions!
This is a slaughter! Jimpok has come back! He's no better than a Fikiri!
My warriors, they are outnumbered!
Not for long.
Even his own men aren't spared. Jimpok won't get away with this!
When people learn what happened here, Jimpok has no ally.
What is the old saying? The enemy of my enemy. A fitting term. Very well. Let's get to... Wait. Transporters! Jempak and Hakar are sending reinforcements!
Jempak sent Jarad, loyal but expendable.
Martok! Stand down, or I will hit you, man!
Captain Jarad, I see your habit of choosing poor allies continues.
Follow me, unless you lack the will to fight!
Check in. Tedious, but this building